Hello, my name is Giovanni Blanco, and welcome to my dashboard project that outlines how strategic operational changes can be implemented for a bike sharing service that has been experiencing availability issues. The aim of this initiative is to help the strategy team ensure that the company is positioned as a leader for eco-friendly transportation solutions. And well, after examining the January to December 2022 bike trip and weather data, we divided the dashboard into five sections that include the data ride correlation to water temperatures, trip duration, geographic routes and stations, actionable insights, and conclusion and recommendations. What we found is that as customers had voiced out, our fleet is currently operating with significant seasonal inefficiencies. Looking at the daily rides versus temperature chart, we can see there is a near perfect correlation between temperatures and ride volume. As temperatures cross the 15 degrees threshold in May, demand surges, and from November to February, as temperatures fall, ridership decreases. While members are resilient to cold weather based on the length of the bottom whiskers in the box plot, the presence of docked bikes for casual users suggests that bikes used for recreational purposes remain locked mostly during warm months. Let's now look at our station and route activity. The origin destination pairs connected by the map arcs reveal that Hoboken City is the zone with the most intra-zonal flows. The most popular stations, namely Grove Street Path, South Waterfront Walkway, and Hoboken terminals, account for about 15.66% of the total bike trips. Their strategic location near the water, combined with the city's transit gateway offered by the Hoboken terminals, make the small town charm of Hoboken City and New Jersey City the busiest zones. Inside of this, the recommendation is to implement a fleet reduction plan that scales back from 29.7% to 74.49% of the fleets during the November to April window based on the demand per bike type. This will reduce the mechanical wear and tear and allow us to lower labor costs during low demand periods without impacting service levels for our core member base. Since the strongest flows currently occur along the Hudson River, as seen on the map, we can further improve the model's adaptation to uh, seasonal fluctuations by relocating 19 out of the 98 or up to 98 of the existing non-water stations that are experiencing low activity to the waterfront. With this, we will decrease the current 5-time load of these stations to a 3-time level, which we could, which could potentially increase profit margins without incurring major investment costs. Additionally, by correlating bike ride trends with weather forecasts to plan short-term logistics, we can also evaluate the feasibility of relocating our resources to other high-demand zones near transit hubs. Now, the operational challenge is further understood with the trip per day duration chart, which shows that while weekday trips are short, mostly under 15 minutes, Sunday trips last significantly longer, over 21 minutes on average. Furthermore, the duration per user box reveals that casual riders who dominate our weekend volume keep bikes out twice as long as members. From availability perspective, this is a drain since a bike used by a casual rider is out of the system for nearly 30 minutes, whereas a member would have turned that bike over twice in the same period. Now, our member probability heat maps helps us identify, among all of this, the optimal window for fleet health. It shows that late night activity has the lowest member ridership probability, decreasing as low as 44.32% on weekends. This is our roadmap for preventing morning stackouts. On weekdays, particularly Monday to Wednesday mornings, the probability that a member uses the bikes hits almost 80%. Thus, this indicates that users aren't riding for fun. They are commuting at this time. And because of that, they have a zero tolerance policy for empty docks in residential areas or full docks at transit hubs. Moreover, this high flux means we need to balance rapidly at transit terminals to ensure that these members can actually dock their bikes and catch their trains, while also ensuring that the casual rider's long usage doesn't impact the next user interested in renting a bike. The recommendation here is to implement an overnight and early morning restocking plan that can be implemented between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. Here, a dedicated field team can prioritize saturating residential docks during weekdays and overstocking recreational and waterfront stations over the weekend. With this, we can also move all the heavy maintenance and e-bike battery swaps to the night shift to ensure that we aren't pulling bikes out of the streets when our 80% probability members need them the most on weekday mornings. Additionally, because classic bikes and e-bikes show similar temperatures resilience as was seen here in the box plot, we can prioritize protecting our expensive e-bike batteries by rotating them out more during the extreme cold peaks identified in February. So in summary, the improved redistribution strategies outlined here can reduce friction and unlock greater value for users across the network. By scaling uh, back in winter, we save on maintenance. By injecting inventory on weekday nights and mornings, we protect member retention. And by buffering our recreational station on weekends, we capture casual revenue that we are currently leaving on the table due to stockouts. Thank you very much.